more to show for us.
I also love to see when as the tournament has progressed, we've seen the stat stars just grow bigger and bigger to the point where now these players are literally off the charts in their stat lines.
Oh, here we go. Final match of top 4. Here we go, Promo, immediate 6 PPS, 6-3 stack.
Now, a lot of these players go for, like, hyper-optimal openers, but Promo just knows their bread and butter. It's a 6-3. They're gonna start with it, and they're gonna tell your opponent, hey, you better figure it out or else.
Yeah.
And they are still above 5.5 pieces per second! 36 in pure sustain!
Yeah, nice survival there from Gohan, able to cancel the pressure from Promo. Now, Surge a bit even between the two players, but Gohan's board isn't that great. Looking a bit uncomfortable, and the double hard drop. Oh. Gohan will be losing this first round. Promo able to take it off of that pressure.
And we are entering a new era of game pacing in this TWC. Promo once again maintaining the 5 constant, hesitating a little bit on their next placement. Trying not to break their surge too early.
Yeah. Gohan seemingly being completely outsped here. Definitely not something we're used to seeing in Gohan gameplay. But Promo has completely taken the initiative here, although Gohan has been sending a lot of cheese this round.
And Gohan is at the floor, so they're gonna be allowed to all-spin. Promo has cheese on their board, so their pressure's actually gonna be cut, and they're gonna allow Gohan to get their all-spins out.
Oof. Quick burst down stack there for Promo to get clean, but now Gohan has the surge advantage.
Ooh, Promo almost made it to the threshold, but they spun it back out of place.
Yeah, Promo maybe greeting a little bit too hard for this attack at the top of the board. Definitely playing it a little bit risky here. Nice spins from Gohan. Sets up the STSD. Oh, but they misdropped the T-piece.
Yeah, that is so much self-cheese on their board. They have the clutch clear.
Oh, they have the
but nothing else.
That's rough from Gohan. Of course,
and one thing that Gohan really has to realize is that they were only allowed to get those all-spins out because Promo was cheese. So if they get in a situation like that again, they have to be prepared for it because they haven't actually seen it yet.
Right. And we have talked a bit about adaptations earlier. When it comes to facing players like Promo and Gohan, cheese might be one of the best strategies. Or no, cheese is one of the best strategies.
For sure. And oh no, the self-cheese! I don't think that's what we meant, Gohan! Promo is running away with the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, some people in chat have said it before, but Gohan is still playing on a new keyboard. He did end up breaking it, I believe, in the knockout rounds, so still not quite familiar, but I mean, still an incredible performance regardless.
Playing their absolute hearts out. And Promo, once again, I don't care what's optimal. Peep the 6-3.
Yeah, I mean, if you're as familiar with it, if you're as clean with it as Promo is, then at some point it does become optimal.
Because one thing to realize about openers is all it is an artificial stat increase. Eventually you're gonna have to try and learn to do those same maneuvers in the mid-game, but Promo's just able to do that by existing. But meanwhile, we have Gohan on the offensive, Promo without their well available, and Gohan is starting to see those momentum cracks.
Yeah, and you saw that all-spin come out. Gohan building a back-to-back so quickly because of that all-spin ability. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how these two playstyles truly clash.
Very nice TST find from Gohan.
Oh my goodness! 9 combo, but it sends nothing.
It does send them a cheese line, which is gonna make their precarious surge stop. So that send from Promo was actually vital to surviving another encounter. This game is more than just the top outs. And we might see a surge rally pretty soon.
Yeah.
Promo's misdrop forces them to break earlier.
Oh, and then, yeah, covering up the well there with those pieces. Promo might be looking for a bit too much efficiency here.
That opportunistic nature from Gohan at its absolute peak right now. You love to see it.
Right, we did see a bit earlier in these previous matches, Gohan does have the ability to plonk.
And Gohan able to just visualize their entire board. They don't tunnel vision, getting the count to 4 pivot back into their normal stack to keep the pressure up. And that is 4 rounds back to back for Gohan. I think they finally locked in.
Yeah, very possible. We are no longer seeing these misdrops. And Promo now formerly had the lead, now needs to come up with some sort of adaptation to get this lead back, to get this initiative back.
We are seeing a Surge Rally.
Ooh,
Both break at the same time. Promo has a better board state, so they're able to compound this into an advantage of their own. We're not able to maintain a surge, so Gohan's gonna get an opportunity with this down stack spike.
Whoa!
Okay. That's the 5 streak from 5, Han.
I just want to point out that up stack. There was so much all spin capability with that stack. Even if it didn't kill alone, that back-to-back would have just been terrifying to face.
Extremely. And that's the power of Season 2. Even in your up stack, you can still find so much efficiency.
There's so much cheese on Gohan's board. The Z Mishram not helping him, but the quick burst, able to get out of that situation, able to get down to a safe position.
Both these players currently just playing at equal speed, playing their hearts out. Cut on that row 18 from Promo! Able to still make it to their well. Greed is nothing but a concept in Promo's mind, one that they are seemingly immune to.
43!
43 of sustain! And there's more where that came from!
Oh, Flunk. Gohan tanking a little bit of the clean. Once again, wants this big Mega Spike to kill Promo. Surge has been broken though. Oh my goodness. 16 Spike from Gohan, but Promo is ready for it and now has an up stack completely ready, sending so much pressure.
And this is what Promo has been looking for this entire time. This is their main advantage state, but right now, Gohan's low enough to where they can tank pretty much any spike thrown at them, and that's exactly what happens. Cycles!
Oh my god!
What?
It just kept going!
Hatsune Miku?
Okay, yeah, Gohan, once again, has this mech shape, is building up this back-to-back with all spin. Promo, finding the down stack, doesn't have Surge and is just continuously forced to find these skims. Oh my god, Gohan, once again, this has been something I've noticed. Gohan likes to set up these completely terrifying count to 4s on top of a stack. They're donating count to 4s. That's just insane to do.
And Promo is just playing so fast that their sustain is showing on the spike counter so far beyond when they initially started, but Gohan still has the opportunity for the counter spike. They have both eyepieces in the queue, able to identify the count to 4, able to make it to their 8-1 well.
Oh my gosh. Gohan finds the clean garbage, but is forced to break Surge. Promo doesn't have Surge to respond though. 20 spike, 33 spike from Gohan.
Gohan just keeps sending these 30s like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, just truly terrifying pressure.
And they're gonna keep this Surge advantage. Promo's in the worst situation thus far.
Gohan, super high
got
up
the shaky shape.
Ooh.
Executes, not able to find the count to 4, so Promo's gonna find the survival. Promo's gonna find their own count to 4s.
Whoa.
What is the scene spike? And response ready.
Oh my. Promo saw what Gohan did.
The first, but not the second.
Promo saw what Gohan did and said, I can do that too. No, in fact, I can do it better.
I mean, leave it to Promo to win the 6-3 round. And Promo has such a nice power stack here, but one good well isn't enough to top out in TWC.
Spike. Oh my god,
cheese on Gohan's board though. This is going to be an extremely tough down stack.
But there's so much cheese to work through.
But it's up to Promo to not greet it. Gohan has found their way out. Promo would fail to see the break opportunity. But what they do still have is an advantage. They're going to have to re-engage soon.
Back-to-back breaks 23-24 spike, but Gohan survives.
Gohan's ability to cycle these eyepieces. It's so cool.
Promo might have held on to back-to-back a bit too long there. Gohan able to dig out of the massive stack of cheese and into a safer position to tank. But
they're forced to use an eyepiece on a non-quad! And Promo's closing this gap.
It's just incredible stride from Promo there. Oh my, massive upstack from Gohan. Definitely a bit risky being so high up. Sends off the spike, but Promo's ready for it and Promo now has the clean to work with. Gohan, once again, in a pretty rough position. Not quite able to build too much attack, all just kind of multiplier down stacking.
The fact that the speed is so high that we essentially have to redefine what a spike even means.
Oh, 16 spike from Gohan. But Promo has the surge advantage.
They're gonna take that eye misdrop and immediately turn that into an amazing 7-2 stack. They've got the surge advantage, but once again, it's up to them to not greed for it.
Oh. The surge breaks 21 spike from Promo, but Gohan's ready for it. And now Gohan has an advantage, but the double misdrop is completely changing the tide. And the... Oh. So rough for that T placement.
I get to do it once.
Oh no. Well, it had to happen at some point. Oh no!
Promo's hesitating. Misdrops on both sides. 6, 7. Do.
Yeah, but with that, Gohan's now needs to be thinking of some way to adapt to this situation. Massive spike from Promo out of nowhere.
Running away with the advantage. The momentum is completely in Promo's favor, and that is the last thing you want to see if you're Gohan. Already such a momentum-based player, and now they are left to their own devices. 6-3 on deck.
Right, if you're Gohan, you need to be thinking of some way to mitigate this pressure from Promo. Oh, but the misdrops are not helping the situation.
Promo going for both funny numbers now. I see. It was all a ruse.
It's... Oh. Promo locking in to get the funny numbers. But Gohan... Perhaps... Gohan bursting for all his worth, but it's just not quite setting enough pressure to really scare Promo here. Nice.
Promo has a surge advantage, but the board state advantage is strictly in Gohan's favor. Promo has no eyepiece when they need it.
Yeah, from the looks of things, Gohan's win condition is going to be these massive upstacks. If Gohan's able to find some time where Promo's not setting pressure, which, I mean, gonna be difficult, not gonna lie, but whenever Gohan has that ability and is able to build these massive multiplier, constant back-to-back upstacks, that seems to be the best chance they have of taking rounds.
I just need to retroactively call out that opener adaptation. Sending to a C-spin early usually is a death sentence, so Gohan does that adaptation, but Promo is still able to notice that and actually break their signature to make sure they don't fall into that trap.
Yeah, both of these players, well, at this top level, you need to be able to screen watch. You need to be able to just see what's on your opponent's board, as well as find ways to stack on your own. It's incredibly hard to balance, but that's what makes these players so good.
Oh, Promo able to find the skim for the T-spin. That's enough to cancel the first, but now they are up in cheese land. Never mind, it's gone. Like a knife through butter. Promo's out of there, but the surge advantage is still in Gohan's favor.
Surge will finally break, and Promo actually stops all of it with the 25 spike.
And Promo has actually just flipped the script. It's not gonna last for too long. The volatility is insane, spikes flying back and forth.
Oh my goodness. So much pressure from both of these players. Gohan in a bit of a rough position, though. Has a bit of cheese to work through. Promo upstacks, maybe a bit too much, forced to break Surge. And now the spike from Gohan sends Promo to his death.
Promo needed 2 stall placements, but they only had 1. The eyepiece 1 piece too far away. And Gohan is really running away with the momentum again, trying to tie this up.
Yeah, such a close set between these two players. 23 spike from Promo. Gohan having the misdrop S-piece and just isn't able to find anything. Match point.
This is set point Promo here. Gohan's gonna need to take 3 in a row if they want to secure this initial advantage.
Gohan tanking the clean garbage. But of course, that's definitely a risky strategy against a player like Promo who's just always able to send more clean. Promo, kind of a rough upstack, kind of a rough board state. Needs to dig down quite a lot. Anyway, able to hold on to the eyepiece in time.
Impressively able to find the downstack even in the column 2 garbage.
And oh no, the mishold!
Promo able to sustain at the floor. Who else is doing that? You can call Promo many things, but a one trick is not one of them.
What are these stats?
Electric set 1.
230 APM roughly for both players, over 4.2 PPS for both players, over 460 versus score from both players. What are this? This is peak offensive gameplay.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, oh my god.
A thing that was interesting about that set 1, though, once again, very momentum-based matchup. Nobody's really going with the tennis match special. It's kind of just you take a few, and hope that the cycle breaks in favor of whoever's lower.
Right. Of course, though, Gohan did have quite a lot of misdrops that might be down to keyboard, might be down to nerves, but it's something that he will need to get a handle on before this next match. Both players are ready.
I also love to see, like, the round length difference. Like, some of these, almost a minute, well over a minute, and then others just, like, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13.
Yeah. Again, players this fast do tend to be a bit more volatile. Although, that being said, Promo hasn't really shown any signs of misdropping or, like, inconsistency. He's been able to keep up this pressure and this speed, which is truly terrifying.
Ridiculous feat to play at this speed and have very minimal misdrops. Not even like promos carried by pattern stacking, their entire gameplay as a whole has been the exact same.
For sure. Once again, 6 PPS, 6-3.
Gohan does the C-spin misdrop.
Oh, Gohan
and Promo wasn't ready with the adaptation, but Gohan isn't able to access the well immediately.
Gohan having a couple more misdrops again. But able to find some nice conversions into a lot of all-spin to build up this back-to-back.
And Gohan doing the all-spins for the well transfer. Looking for the count to 4.
Ooh! Nice 27 spike. Promo at the bottom of the board, but doesn't have anything!
That was a down stack to 4 and still didn't have enough! Yeah. What a pressure from Gohan.
Yeah, great timing there for Gohan. Promo, despite being at the bottom of the board, just wasn't able to find the well in time. Nice upside from Gohan.
Out from Gohan. Both players have the well, executing it at roughly the same time. What is that TSC from Gohan? And there's more where that came from. They misdrop it.
And it's enough still.
That is the one detriment of screen watching. If your opponent has something ready and something goes wrong, it's cooked. Promo thought they had time, but that misdrop was actually in Gohan's favor, a blessing in disguise. But they are a fool to expect that again.
Ooh, Gohan playing it risky, super high up. Reads for a bit more attack. And able to skim down, get this well open, and get the safety.
7-2.
Yeah, Promo not really... Oh, there we go. Promo now into peak 7-2 here. Might be trying to set up LST. Nah, not quite LST capable just yet, but is still bursting incredibly quickly. Surge finally breaks, but Gohan's ready for it.
That is one interesting thing about Promo. It's not pattern stacking because it's strict, it's pattern stacking because it's optimal. And when they see other ways around, they are not going to hesitate, even give it a second thought about going for it. But same thing with Gohan's opportunistic spikes, securing them a 3-point lead.
Oh my gosh. The boards existed and then it disappeared. The burst speed is incredible. Oh my god, where did that come from? Gohan is! Okay, sure. Gohan fighting a 20 spike in response and Promo's not ready for it. Wait. It didn't even register to me. Gohan is 4 points up.
The sustain on both sides has me, like, thoughtless.
Why?
What Promo is gonna have to lock in? They are behind so much right now.
Right, but if we've seen anything from the last game, this is all going to come down to who gets momentum first and who's able to keep momentum longer. Oh, nice 22 spike just
comes out from Gohan. Promo.
Yeah, these burst multipliers.
Yeah, there's just, I don't think there's a single P sequence in the world that gets Promo out of that situation. And we see another 5 streak for 5 Han.
Promo, rough start, not able to find too much back-to-back, but able to get the nice down stack and stay safe. Well, I say stay safe, and then Promo immediately starts up stacking because Promo. Promo does go for the count to 4. Oh, never mind. What? Just incredible timing.
Have a placement.
Yeah, truly incredible timing on that combo spike from Gohan. Catching Promo completely off guard.
And that's the power of a counter rhythm. Because what happens with gameplay of this caliber is that eventually players find their stride, and any bump in that, whether it be through their own misdrops or their own successive down stacks.
What a run from Gohan, 7 points, getting the Tetra League sweep. Promo, now on the back foot, needs to find some adaptation of his own.
Promo does have an extra set of cushion, but when Gohan is taking the lead with such prowess, you definitely don't want to see that set 3.
Yeah, for sure. You especially don't want to see the set 3 if you
goodness.
are one down in momentum. Gohan continuing the pressure, finally breaks 48! Promo lives!
Oh, no.
Promo has up stacks into his... It works out! Gohan disrupts!
Gohan there was a victim of scope creep. They had a nice sustain, but they tried to convert it into a spike that didn't exist, giving Promo the survival and the counter surge of a lifetime. Time to put the broom away.
What just happened?
A lot happened.
Too much happened.
No such thing.
Oh my god, there's so much pressure and they just keep up stacking.
Gohan has a much more usable board state than Promo though. It's gonna be an extremely hard down stack. Gohan's at the floor, so their pressure's gonna be cut in half.
Ooh, Promo gets the eyepiece in time. Able to stay alive for a bit. Gohan has the fractal setup. Continues with all spin, finding just a bit more back-to-back, ever more. Sends it off into 23. Promo's ready, and Promo's...
There is literally always a spike on somebody's board. The big numbers are everywhere.
The big numbers are permanent.
Numbers going to over 30 repeatedly.
Gohan, with the speed advantage, is sending all of the pressure that he is capable of. But Promo, able to survive it, able to match it in kind.
Gohan has the surge lead, but it's gonna be used mostly defensively.
Promo forced to burn the eye, or forced to waste the eye. And Gohan, just so much pressure, able to take that round. 7-point lead again.
Gohan is in such a ridiculous advantage. You would have think they just came back from exile. And
yeah.
Promo has a little bit of cheese on their board, so they're gonna lose the Surge War.
Gohan definitely took that loss in the first set personally. Now back with a vengeance. Striding to his fullest heart content. And seeing incredible results for it. These back-to-back surges from Gohan have truly been momentum setting in this set. Although, for once again, Promo is no slouch in his own right. 23 spike, completely nullified. Oh, and multiplier spike from Promo, nice 16. But it does send Gohan a lot of clean to work with.
It's all in the same column for Promo. They have so much sustain at the ready, but they can't get greedy. There's not a spike possible here. Oh, I was completely wrong. Not a good board state from Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan just, once again, having these misdrops cut into his survival.
Misdrop at the worst time possible.
Right, it's gotta be a bit demoralizing, but of course Gohan does have this cushion and is capable, it does still have this pretty massive lead at 6 points.
Gohan is not making the mistake of becoming complacent, but those misdrops aren't helping their case.
Nice all-spin setup there, 2-key back-to-back though, and it sends enough pressure to take the round.
Gohan within 2 rounds of taking us to a set 3. We've only seen 3 set 3s in this entire event.
Nice all-spin, nice continuing. Gohan's got some incredible back-to-back preservation. Sends it off in a 43 spike. Promo's ready. Promo now has the clean stack, has this 5-4.
And the advantage is going back and forth. Gohan's actually in a tough predicament here, especially with the mishold.
Gohan finding some nice conversions, able to get some attack off. 24 spike.
Able to find the 4 surge. Both players just gonna break it as soon as they get there. Not gonna get too greedy with it. They know their limits. Very important skill to have when the volatility is so high. Know what you can and can't take. But now Gohan has so much cheese on their board. They're forced to break the surge earlier than they would want to, but there's still no kill shot in sight.
What? Gohan has 1 APP!
It's gonna take a little bit more than that in the big world stage. 25 spike comes out.
Both
and
of these
Promo...
players, they're not just playing fast, they're playing so efficiently. And they're both just surviving each other's pressure. It's... Oh, but I might have commentator cursed it. Gohan having a couple of misdrops and just, unfortunately, not able to find the down stack again.
You can call these players many things, but a one trick is not one of them.
For sure. Promo with a couple of misdrops to start this round off. Forced to waste 2 eyepieces. Able to get the 3rd one in time. But Gohan now has a pretty commanding lead in terms of surge. And Promo's still not out of it yet. Just the, I think, another misdrop with the L piece. And so, this match point!
Point in Gohan's favor.
Yeah.
A set 3 is upon us. Promo is going to have to lock in, win the Tetra League set and beyond without dropping a single round. Is it possible? We're about to find out.
23 spike from Gohan. Promo's ready for it. Promo has the surge advantage.
And the clean counts from Promo. It looks so nice. But we are going to see an excellent rally. If somebody is actually able to get an offensive take here, they might just win on the spot from the resulting fallout.
25 spike. Promo breaks his ball.
Luxury.
We're going to a set 3.
We're going to a set 3.
Truly dominant performance from Gohan here. Able to keep the initiative the entire way through. The only rounds Gohan really lost were due to misdrops there. I think perhaps this could be a sign of an adaptation. Or no, this definitely was an adaptation.
Oh, it definitely was.
Yeah, we saw Gohan go for these larger upstack spikes, larger multiplier spikes with this surge. And it paid off incredibly well. Promo just wasn't quite ready to counter all of it.
No question about it. That was certainly an adaptation. Promo forces you to play in a way where if you try and fight them in the raw sustain war, you are going to lose. So Gohan was able to just figure that out and try and play literally any other playstyle to get away with that.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, Gohan has 485 versus score. 250 APM, 485 versus score. Yeah,
Big number, go boom.
Yeah. Promo, no slouch. I mean, these are better stats than the first game, but Gohan completely took initiative, completely dominated this set.
Promo has got to be in the hot seat right now, losing 11-3 and going into your decider. You need to break this momentum because it's still so far in Gohan's favor.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
nerves have to be insane.
If you're Promo here, what do? Do you try to go back to what worked in set 1, just trying to take initiative? And if you do, how do you plan to do that against a player like Gohan, who is on a hot streak?
Because Gohan matched the speed with the adaptation.
Not just matched, but surpassed the speed. Definitely. I'm so excited to see how this plays out.
I'm right there with you.
Of course, this is the final match we have of our top 4 set. This is the match that will determine who will be moving on to Grand Finals to fight for their chance at becoming the 2025 Tetrio World Champion. This is the match that decides it all for these two players.
Of course, you've still got that bronze match if all else fails, but you don't want to see yourself there if you don't have to be. Already seeing an explosive start. Promo with the 5.5 maintenance, but they're still not able to secure an advantage. 30 spike comes out from Gohan.
Promo's so high up, a bit of cheese to work through as well, but working through it incredibly well, incredibly cleanly, getting back-to-back while doing so. Although Gohan has forced to break Surge, I think, because of a misdrop, sends Promo straight back up. And Promo able to get the eyepiece in time, but just not that comfortable of a stack. Gohan has the C-spin, and actually Promo able to dig out of it.
They've got the Surge lead, but they don't have the board state advantage. Promo has more than enough counter material in order to survive the first, but they need to survive the second. Gohan was ready for it, and they're going to take the first point of set 3.
Yeah.
After their dominant performance in the previous set, that's putting so much more pressure on Promo. Extremely important point to win.
Nice upstack from Gohan here, able to just build these floating T-spins. Well, Promo, though, responding with a 26 spike and Gohan having a couple of misdrops and
then another one!
That's
Gohan might have actually had a down stack there if they didn't get the J misdrop as well. But once again, Promo's able to find those opportunities, but you would be a fool to rely on your opponent making a mistake to take those rounds. You've got to find a genuine adaptation, and it's easier said than done.
Oh, great timing there from Gohan, breaking Surge perfectly to get the kill on Promo. That's one of the things that's like, I mean, when you normally think about screen watch, you think about the player slowing down, taking a look at the opponent's screen, but Gohan's just able to multitask, able to screen watch while also playing at 4.5 pieces a second.
It's so amazing to see these players master that dual function like that.
Oh!
And we are going to see a high Surge rally. Gohan breaks first.
Players.
Promo doesn't have the best board state to capitalize, but they're fighting amazing solves.
Oh, Promo not able to keep Surge as long as they probably would have wanted to. Now Gohan has the initiative once again.
It's such a good board state to capitalize on it. Promo's at the floor, so not going to have that much material. But Gohan's not going to get greedy. They're going to plonk here. They know they're eating multiplier. The foresight is ridiculous, and there's nothing Promo can do.
Great timing, great recognition on Gohan's half there. By plonking, by tanking that clean garbage, not only does it mean that you get clean to work with, but it means your opponent does not have that clean to counter your attack.
It's not often in uncapped stacking that you see somebody recognize the relationship between the pressure they've already sent and the pressure they're about to receive, but that is what allowed Gohan to do that play, and even from the floor, their pressure is still relentless.
Gohan with a 300 APM match there, 550 versus as well. Just Gohan. Once it definitely appears like the initiative, the momentum is still in the favor of Gohan, starting off in this final third set. Oh my goodness.
Promo had so much material there, but they couldn't access it at all.
Promo kind of having a taste of his own medicine here. Just the non-stop pressure from Gohan. And there's just kind of nothing you can do to stop it.
Gohan's trying to make a statement. This is how it feels.
Ooh.
The fractal comes out from Gohan, not able to actually execute. This is Promo's opportunity.
Ooh.
What a solve from Gohan! They're even able to make the 4-surge threshold, so they know they have the down stack to at least survive the initial counter.
Yeah, and Gohan again Never complacent with just down stacking. Always builds this extra surge. What is that? Gohan always building this extra attack to cancel a bit more, and it's definitely showing itself as an incredibly strong strategy.
These large surges this entire time, and Gohan is surviving every single time.
What is going on? Gohan somehow digging down, somehow managing to survive all of that, and coming out in a good bird state as well.
Promo's looking for the counts. They've got the all-spin setups to keep their surge. They have the better board state as well. Gohan
Surge
being forced to use their surge on the defense, and Promo is in the 6-3.
Yeah. Gohan
but once
needs
again,
to find something.
Promo waited too long with the surge. The fatal fall comes up once again. Gohan is able to survive.
Right. Of course, a bigger surge does sound good on paper. You are sending more attack, but if you wait too long, your opponent might get into a good enough board state to tank and survive.
And these have been very nice survivals from Gohan, but they have yet to take advantage once in this entire round. Promo's pressure is relentless, but they're gonna need to convert this into a kill one way or another.
Gohan tanking the clean now has a upstack to work
starting
with.
To slow down. They're thinking about this a little more critically. This might be the advantage that they need. They finally have the surge lead.
And the upstack is online. The surge breaks in 23, but it's not quite enough.
And Promo is able to cancel all of the incoming cheese.
We're into neutral position after all of that. Pretty even surges between both players, but Gohan just able to build it quicker with that all spin. Promo now, surge deficit, was forced to break it to survive.
For the first time in this match, we have entered gravity margin time. That's a non-factor, but 30 more seconds and the attack's gonna start to ramp up too. Gohan is also ramping up with the surge. You hear it convert to the ding of death. They're going for 30.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36. How high will it go?
Agreed. It's necessary. Promo has such a good board state, but the second that Gohan smells blood in the water, it's gonna be lights out. 50-30. Gohan, in disadvantage for the entire round, gets one opportunity and executes at the ultimate efficiency.
There's overkill, and then there's whatever that was.
It's not overkill, it's necessary. You were in disadvantage the whole game. You don't want to take your chances with something low.
You know what? Very true. Both of these players also incredibly capable of somehow surviving these massive spikes, as we've seen time and time again, as we are seeing right now. Oh my goodness.
Both players make it to the 4 surge, but Gohan has a significantly better board state. I wouldn't be surprised to see the surge break from Promo now. And Gohan's going to be looking for a very similar set of circumstances, but now their board state sucks as well. We're going to return to neutral. Promo with a slightly better board state, but that's not going to last because they have already secured the kill.
Yeah, Gohan this time getting caught off guard. Went to set up that T-spin, but just didn't have any skins or combo ready to find the survival this time. Promo down in points, but definitely not out.
And even though it still looks dire for Promo in the deficit, it is a certainly different circumstance because they've already avoided the Brazil.
Yeah. And once again, this is a momentum game. At any point, one of these players could just start to run away with it.
And that's what Gohan's trying to do right now. They have such a good board state to continue this surge. It's going to be a matter of counting, finding these clean donations, has the eyepiece over the well, gonna waste the eyepiece horizontal. Why are you getting away with any of that? All the way up to 44.
Gohan's ability to just keep back-to-back has just been so dominant. Whenever Gohan breaks surge, it's always on like a 30 plus, and it always does so much damage. Promo needs to find some way to stop that. Whether it be finding a bigger spike or something, Promo just needs anything here.
This is the power of setting your surges uninterrupted. It gives your opponent so much less time to react, so much less of a window to react.
Oh, Gohan, unfortunately not able to build a big surge this time, off the bat. And a bit of a rough board state as well, going to break surge again. Promo doesn't have too much surge of his own to respond though. Gohan, a really rough position, but should be able to be fine without those misdrops. Of course, never an easy position to actually get out of, but Gohan doing an incredible job of keeping calm, finding the skims, finding the solves, the combo necessary to get down. and not just get down, but spike Promo as well. But oh my, what?
Once again, Promo is able to take advantage of the misdrops. Because they had actually sent their surge, mostly canceling, but the follow-up was gonna be enough. But if the plan is to only win off of misdrops, it's not the best plan. They've gotta find an adaptation, and they've gotta find it now.
Yeah. Taking single sets off of misdrops is nice, but of course you need to be able to find sets through your own gameplay as well.
Ooh, misrotation from Promo. Now they're not gonna have the count to 4 at the ready. And Gohan, with the sustained pressure, is going to be enough, bringing this up to 8-3. The 5-point lead in Gohan's favor, looking to secure their spot in Grand Finals.
Yeah, Gohan not letting up on this pressure, recognizing that this is their greatest chance to take this set, to take the win. And going full force, going full stride. Just some incredible gameplay, incredible back-to-back preservation, incredible offense from Gohan. Promo needs to come up with something. Needs to come up with anything. This lead only continues to grow.
And we actually saw a key reason to why Gohan is up so far. On that opener, they actually hesitated a little bit to scout what Promo was up to before continuing their onslaught, but unfortunately the follow-up is not in their favor.
Yeah, once again, these misdrops from Gohan definitely a bit rough. But when you have, or one of the best times to do misdrop is when you have a buffer, when you're able to take the misdrops and move on. And Gohan, with this 5-point lead, is more than capable, or is definitely in that position.
Gohan has a surge lead and an amazing board state to work with. That is one of Promo's fatal flaws. If you're sending all of this clean, that just means your opponent is going to have such a nice time reacting to it.
Yeah, although of course, this time Gohan does break surge earlier, giving Promo a bit of breathing room here, maybe to establish some of his own pressure.
And Gohan finding a lot of all-spins in this upstack. They're gonna receive more clean. Very similar situation. They have the surge lead. Promo's forced to break. They have a little bit of cancels. Able to survive the first, but Gohan's in a very similar board state. And we're gonna return to neutral.
Yeah. Back-to-back advantage once again in Gohan's favor, though. Promo just been forced to downstack this entire round. Not really been able to find any pressure of his own.
And Gohan's finding these all-spins in the downstack. The moment they smell blood in the water, they send the 30, but Promo was ready.
Yeah, Gohan having those misdrops, not able to find the follow-up spike. Maybe letting Promo live. But this might just be Promo's chance. Promo needs to find some way to establish his pressure. That's one way to do it.
All the way to 4 from Promo.
Great multiplier after a combo there. And it's another round. It's slow progress, but it is progress.
It is indeed progress, but it's gonna have to speed up if they want any chance of making it to Grands.
Yeah.
Promo's gonna be forced to break surge. Gohan's at the floor, so they have the capability for so many options. Promo either has to power stack or perish. It's looking a little scary.
Power stack or perish indeed. And Promo definitely is trying to power stack. Sends off the 28 spike, but it's not
Promo
enough
had
to
the
kill.
opportunity of a lifetime. Same situation as Gohan has been, but they didn't play it the same. They took the greed, they took the spike, and Gohan's gonna punish with that retaliation. This is match point.
Yes. Match point indeed. Set point indeed. Top 4 point indeed. Gohan now 1 foot away, just has the hand on the door of Grand Finals. Promo needs to find something here. 6 rounds in a row is necessary for Promo in order to take this set.
Elite plonking from Gohan there to recognize they had more if they just waited a few more seconds. Promo's still sending clean. They've got the surge lead, but once again they greed and send it too early. There's no kill there.
Gohan barely able to find these skims to stay alive. Promo trying to do whatever he can. Once again, building up this back-to-back. 1920 spike, but Gohan's able to tank it.
Gohan doesn't have the best
Force
force
for
state
Gohan.
right now. Very Q dependent, but the Q's actually gonna agree with them here. Now they have to make some
Why?
compromises. That's the eyepiece exactly where they need it, and they're gonna make it to the safety. Even if Promo were to break right now, Gohan's gonna be safe to live to tell the tale.
Well, 32
32
stocks for
is safe
Promo.
for
Gohan
Promo.
lives it.
The 30s are flying, but there's more where that came from, and it's gonna take a lot more if you want to secure these kills. It's feast or famine for Promo. It's a terrifying situation, but they're gonna have to manage some way or another.
Yeah, you cannot let up for a single second if you're Promo. You saw what happened earlier. The moment you let up, you give Gohan the opportunity to build up this back-to-back. You need to keep this
Promo
pressure. You need to
is
find
gonna
a
get
way.
the certain advantage once again, hoping that they don't play with the same greed and go for a kill a little bit too early, trying to find the opportunity. And
right now! There's no
it's able to find the perfect timing.
And that's the game.
After losing the first set, they're gonna go ahead and show the resolve on full display, commanding leads to take the next two and advance to grands. But that will not be the
Absolutely.
last we see of Promo. We will be seeing them fight Firestorm in the bronze match.